I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the...
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is a network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and engender positive impacts to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we'll look at these stories: Rivers crisis, developing stories, tension as Governor Fubara directs head of local governments to take over, youths invade councils, policeman, vigilante member feared dead as protests spread. Governor Fubara convenes security meeting over local government areas unrest. And on Edo Guba, PDP calls for resignation of Shaibu from party. On politics, presidency debunks allegations of interference in Kano Emirate. Still on politics, electoral reform more needed than rotational presidency will be Dati. Do not go away. When I come back from this break, we'll delve right into the show.
Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. She said $3,000 she wants to collect $3,000. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Jack us up and down like this now.
I hope nobody carry belly.
Why you ask? Oh?
Because this road where they see so it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
Road so no day. Light outside. The infrastructure it can't turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, well everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
Now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. We call you back.
That behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently. Make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Joining me on Open Conversation this morning is Asim Adams, ESQ. He's a legal practitioner human rights advocates, and convener Lawyers Without Borders. Good morning, Asim, and welcome to Open Conversation.
Good morning, Nigerians.
And I also have with me Forgiving Amakri, ESQ. He's a legal practitioner and political analyst. Good morning, Forgiving.
Good morning, Laurentia, for having me here once again. Good morning, our viewers out there.
And on to the story. Reports from various local government areas in Rivers State indicate varying levels of tension, with some areas experiencing sporadic shooting while others remain peaceful. In Port Harcourt City local government area, videos circulating on social media shows security operatives attached to the former council chairman, Orwell Ihunda, firing sporadically after being chased by angry youths who claimed they were shot at directly by the police. Similarly, at Obiakpo Council Secretariat, an official vehicle belonging to the former council chairman, George Ariolu, was vandalized and posters torn by individuals chanting both war and victory songs. Newsmen gathered that the two local government council chairmen were still within the council premises when the governor concluded his statewide broadcast. This led to angry youths invading the areas to chase them away. In Emoha local government council, youths from various communities were seen chanting victory songs and jubilating over the chairman's departure from office. Youths have also taken over Eleme, Omuma, Ahoda East, Degema, Asaritoro, Akokotoro, Onelga, Okreka, and Ogubolo local government areas. Meanwhile, the Rivers State Governor, Similaye Fubara, has directed all heads of local government administration in the state's 23 local government areas to take charge of council starting Tuesday, June 18, 2024. Reports have it that this directive follows the expiration of the tenure of the 23 local government area chairmen on Monday, June 17, 2024. Now, Forgiving, what is your reaction to this tension in Rivers State over the expiration of the local government chairman's tenure?
The escalation of tension and the attendant problem that arose from yesterday activities at the various local government, to me, to say the least, is condemnable. I feel it wasn't necessary for such action or things to happen that necessitated the spontaneous actions of the youth. The former local government chairman attempting in whatever reasons they have to stay beyond their official tenure after the governor of Rivers State, being the chief security officer, being the head and leader of the state, had made a broadcast directing the heads of local government to take over the administration of the local government. But yet, the former local government chairman and the effrontery, in their desperation to elongate their tenure and stay perpetually in office, contributed, necessitated what happened yesterday. The youth, being massively supporters of the current governor. The governor enjoys, I'm a resident of the state, I live here, we feel the pulse. Majority of Rivers people, I keep on saying, it may not be all. People ask you, what's the statistics? Yesterday, the statistics showed. Let those who are opposing, they should have gone out to meet the spontaneous and organic support base of the governor. The governor never told anybody. The people just felt that these people are trying to confront the governor illegally, and they went there to chase them out of office. I watched what happened at the Falga Secretariat when the Orwell Ihunda, the former chairman, was being chased, and he was running with his people. They were shooting. We saw the footage. In Obiakpo, everywhere in Ahoda West, Ahoda East, in many local government, the youths just mobilized themselves to the secretariat to chase them out. And thank God for the timely convening of security meeting by the governor, who I know by this time, from the news we have, the police has taken over all the local government, maintaining peace and order. But for whatever reason, the upfront of the former local government chairman is unprecedented in this state. Perhaps it might have happened in some other places, but we've not witnessed a situation where after your tenure will have elapsed and you still want to keep yourself in office, even against a subsisting and valid court judgment, wherein the court had declared that and nullified the law purportedly passed by the madman.
You're talking of the judgment of Justice Wale.
Yeah, Justice Wale. Right. No, I'm talking of that of Justice Q. Okay. It was Justice Q who gave that judgment, wherein he said that the attempt by the Martins Amehule led House of Assembly, which has been sacked by the court too, in that attempt they were trying to go against the 1999, contravenes the 1999 Constitution and the local River State local government law of 2018, and to that extent nullified that, set aside whatever they did. It's a court judgment.
Was there an appeal challenging that order?
Yeah, even if, it's not to my knowledge, but even if there is an appeal, there is no stay, no order for stay of execution of to the best of my knowledge. Right. An appeal haven't been entered does not on its own so much to serve as a stay.
All right.
It doesn't.
Okay. Aseems, what is your take on this development in Rivers State?
Thank you very much. I think somehow what happened yesterday was a charade, was a tragedy, was debasement of the Constitution, dismembering of the principles and ethos of rule of law, and an attempt to foist, gangsterism, on the state called Rivers State. Rivers State has been known in Nigeria as the hotbed of militancy. And also Rivers State has been known also in Nigeria as a Somalia within Nigeria. It's not far-fetched when you go through the internet, when you browse the names of foremost militants or ex-militants, you'll be sure that about 60 to 70% are from Rivers State or from this particular area. Now, the question I want to ask is this. Assuming that the governor of the state is supposed to do 4 years in office, and there was no election, maybe INEC was unable to conduct elections. Now, how do you take that man out of office if by May 29th that he's supposed to, what we call a fluxion of time, by operation of law, ought to be out of that particular place? What are we supposed to do? Is it by resorting to anarchy, to go to the government house? Is it by inciting youths to go to that government house, plunder the place, denigrate the hollowness of that particular place, inflict injuries and threaten people with guns and machetes because you want him to exit the office because his time has gone? My own answer to that is that under a monarchy, such could take place. Under a dictatorship, autocracy, such could take place. In the military era, if they say today is the last day you're supposed to be here, if you don't leave, they can come in there and ransack the place. But when we say we practice civil democracy, and especially the ethos of rule of law, the question I've just asked just now, nobody has answered me. That you now incite, for the past 2 weeks, there's been this incitement both on radio, both on television, by the sitting governor and some of his aides. I was on a radio station on June 12th. I will not call the names of people I was with there. I was with 2 of the special advisors. If they are listening or watching me, they will know that what I'm saying is the truth. What they were talking there, openly inciting youths against what happened yesterday. And at the same time, a young man, bulky and fleshy, he called himself a general. He was invited. I don't want to call his name, but if they are listening, they know what I'm saying. He was invited, and he said on air that he's giving a particular local government chairman from Ikwere local government to vacate. That he's even asking the governor of the state to empower him to go there and take that guy out. Subsequently, 2 days to yesterday, on viral video, I have them on my phone, I saw him also with 2 AK-47 on air, firing shots, distributing drinks, and saying that on the 17th or 18th November is going to be war in River State. Non-state actor doing that. And there was no statement from the state government disassociating themselves, from this. And what now happened? It cascaded into the violence we experienced yesterday. So it was a thing that I was so sad and unhappy about. I felt so disillusioned. I cringed when I saw what happened at Obiakpo shooting, as if we are in Haiti or we are in a republic that violence is or should be the order of the day. Now, the tenure of, I don't know if I still have a time to talk, if I don't know. Okay. The tenure of the local government chairman by operation of law, it took place, I think, on the 17th or thereabout of this month. Now, some of them vacated, some did not vacate. Taking them out should have been through the judicial process, which a lot of my colleagues here and outside, they quote judgments in favor of how and why the tenure of the 27 House of Assembly members, has ceased to exist. Did they go there to use force to not take them and throw them out, as the case may be, or restrain them? It was through the instrumentality of the judiciary and through the rule of law that this would have been a situation where they would have rushed to court today, and file an action against them and find a way to take them out by judicial means before they cannot do. And the only people that I feel that can take them out is not even thugs. It is the police. The Nigerian security agencies, is their duty to do that. But when you resort to what happened yesterday, it's a pity. I will end this first stanza by quoting what Socrates talked about anarchism. If you give me the permission, I'll do that. He said, anarchism is a social philosophy which considers the state undesirable, unnecessary, and harmful, and instead promote stateless society or anarchy. What happened yesterday was the promotion of, anarchy and a stateless society. Anything could have happened yesterday. You and I, being here, would have been caught in that crossfire. You and I sitting down here, people around here, would have lost lives. The question we ask is that, must blood flow for power to change hands in Nigeria or River State, as the case may be, I don't think that is very possible. Until today, governor made an announcement, but he never said anything about the loss of lives that were occasioned by this unnecessary brigandage. I think I'll leave it there first for now, so that we can continue very well. God bless you.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah, this popular maxim, legal maxim, that he who comes to equity must come with a clean hands. The question we should ask ourselves is that pertaining the elongation of tenure and pertaining the staying put in office leading to what happened yesterday, from which angle did the threat of violence, from which angle did the threatening of harming anybody who dare challenges their stay in office come from? Where did it emanate from? I can stay here boldly and tell you, because we have the videos. It was Samuel Wonosike, the former local government chairman of Ikore local government. Is somebody that is my friend for years. But he started the threat. When a city local government chairman that is supposed to respect a governor is challenging the entire River State, let me see that person who will come to chase me out of office. I will step it out, that head will roll. That time, people who are supporting what happened yesterday will not call him to order. How about Chidi Lloyd? A lawyer like myself is a friend. Also threatening. And you expect people to fold their hands and for you to kill them? What happened yesterday? There was anywhere the governor supported what happened. He will not do that because the governor is the chief security officer. If it were to be the former governor, we know what he would have done. He would have acted like the governor. He would have sent army and military people. I was in the opposition in River State. Let me come. You didn't. Let me finish my side so that you talk. I was in the opposition in River State. I was the former state administrative secretary of APC in River State. My people died. We lost. I have the list because I compiled the list. We lost under this minister and his followers that are crying today. They killed over 500.
No, Barrister, forgive
Okay.
Barrister, forgive me. No, you withdraw that statement.
That what?
You cannot say the FCT minister killed.
I say under his.
Who did? Under his, who did? That's
I said under, but it's not for, I didn't say he killed. I have not said he did. I said under his administration.
Barrister, forgive him.
Do you listen what I'm saying?
Barrister, forgive him.
Yes.
I know the statement. I heard the statement you made.
Yes.
And you know what can be deduced out of that statement. If you cannot substantiate that.
I said I have the evidence. I compiled the list.
You cannot.
I said under his administration.
Barrister, forgive him. You cannot present a list as evidence
of people who died during his administration under violence.
You are alleged.
You are putting me out of context.
You out.
You know, that's what you are doing.
Well, when you make a statement, everybody is at liberty to interpret it.
It's okay.
Correct. Now, I have interpreted it the way it came to me. And this is what I do not want. Because people will put you out of context.
No, because it is you that you so you will allow me to make my statement so that you don't tell people what I am not saying.
Barrister, forgive him.
It is you that you are telling people what I am not saying. I've not concluded. I've not concluded when you interrupted.
I will not let you go on with that train of thought, sir.
No, you are insinuating what I did not say now.
It's not acceptable.
You've not. I said under his administration.
It is not acceptable.
So it is not. So as my colleague is saying that under this governor that these things are happening is acceptable. Mine is not acceptable.
Barrister, said.
Yes. What did he say?
And clearly said so.
Yes.
That there were videos of people shooting sporadically and threatening that they will come and forcefully evict this council chairman if they refuse to vacate as I went you.
I didn't mention names.
You understand? And he also talked about somebody who was in a radio station with him also making threats and also called on the governor to empower him. He never mentioned the name.
No, he
hold
never
on,
said that.
forgive him, please hold on. You have your say.
No, I'm not having my say. I'm not having my say.
You asked me, you said that I allowed Barrister Barrister Asim to make some statements, and I'm not letting you make the same statement.
I'm happy that that what you are explaining is recorded. So they will hear what he said and what you are explaining, whether they are the same thing.
Barrister Asim said,
we can replay it.
Barrister Asim said that the governor at no point during his speech condemned the actions of those non-state actors.
Good.
Now, you said, in response to what he said,
yes,
that the Ikwere local government chairman,
yes,
and the Emoha local government chairman,
yes,
they were the ones that actually triggered this by also coming on air first to threaten. Did I stop you at that point? I never did.
And I said I have the video evidence.
I never did.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You made that statement.
Yes.
I never did because the videos are out there.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, when you were saying everything you said, I never, but when you now allege that under the FCT's
administration,
because you were trying to make a comparison of
yes,
both administrations,
yes, I said
that scene, you were trying to defend the fact that the governor did not condemn them by bringing out that there was a trigger. And however, in defense of the current governor, if it were to be the past governor,
that it would have been the same situation.
And you went ahead to substantiate what you're saying by alleging that during the tenure of the past governor, that over 500 persons were killed by them. And who are the them? Without what I'm trying to say, you can actually build on what is on ground or even make reference, but without allegations, because what you're saying was never on air that period. So please, let's limit it. The polity is heated as it is.
You said so. The killing at Okreka, the shooting that was recorded live by by channel television. You have called journalists. We fell on the ground recording. We are not recorded then.
Forgiving.
I'm only alluding to a situation that happened then.
Barrister Forgiving.
Yes.
I implore you.
Yes.
To please go on with the conversation, but do not make statements like that. That's all. It can be done, can't it? It can be done.
So you tell me what to say.
I am not
I will say what you want. If you have invited me here to tell you what you want to, hear, so tell me what you want me to say.
You can have your say.
Then I will say what you want me to say.
You can have your say without making statements that cannot be substantiated. You cannot present a list as evidence
of people who died during that administration.
You cannot present a list and say this is the list of people who were alleging that they were killed by the administration, and that's not right. Afterwards, you have the clip. Replay it and see what you said that made me stop you.
I said they were killed during the administration. During the administration.
Barrister Forgiving.
Yes.
You can continue.
Well, I mean, I don't know where. It's okay. Let me continue. But to say, I must say it that whatever happened yesterday was just a spontaneous reaction. Was an organic occurrence. Flow from the people of the state who are responding to the earlier threat by these persons. We are talking about obeying court orders and the rule of law. We are talking about the rule of law and obeying court order. Are we in position to begin to choose the judgment or the rule to obey and the one not to obey? I am saying that at today, I don't know any other judgment or order supersedes that one delivered by Dakitema Q, to the extent that the tenure elongation has been dealt with. And these people have chosen that they will not obey it. Now, the people reacted, but it was for a short while. It is unfortunate that people died in the course. But a security meeting was called, and intervention had been done. Normalcy and peace had been restored to the various local government. But if we, as public analysts, if we, as watchers of the system, had begun to warn when these underlying threats were becoming visible by this person, I think they wouldn't have done what they did that attracted the reaction of the people. I'm from a local government. I know what happened in my local government. People just thronged to the secretariat on their own. Some people don't even, they just said, oh, these people, because they are tired of them. It could happen to any government. Change is a permanent thing. When you are in power, you stay in power until the people will get tired of it. They want to try a new thing. And that is what the current governor is enjoying. People want something that they don't want to try any other thing other than what has existed. Right. These people have held sway. They've held power for eight years. And they are still basking in the euphoria of how they used to wield power without reading the time as contained in Ecclesiastes that there is time for everything. A good politician should be able to read the time and know when to leave when the ovation is highest, or to leave when the ovation is down and they no longer enjoy the support of the people. I can tell you for free, whether you stop me or not, that this outgone chairman no longer enjoy the support of majority of Rivers people. If they want to prove otherwise, let them try. Let them mobilize and face the people, and see what will happen to them. If they go back tomorrow, I can bet you, I'm a true-born Rivers person. I've grown all my life in Port Harcourt. I'm going to 54 years, and I can tell you that the opposition, the resistance they will face by the people, the magnitude they can't even quantify, they can't even understand. Go to the street and shout and talk and see whether you won't be lynched. All right.
Barrister Sims.
Yes.
Now, a lot has been said, but I want to ask a question. Was this crisis avoidable? Now, constitutionally, there is supposed to be a transition from one democratically elected council chairman to another democratically elected council chairman. And if you recall, there were calls from different quarters and stakeholders imploring on the governor to allow council elections to hold. And at some point, RISIEC also came out to say that they have not been funded to hold local government elections. The question that I want to ask Barrister Sims is, was this actually avoided? Because if on one hand, you know, calls are being made that this council, outgoing council chairman, they are not respecting the law, would you also say that the governor is also a respecter of the law, like he has always told us in Rivers State?
Thank you very much. Before I answer that question, I think I have to say just one thing. What transpired between you and my learned colleague here. I was on one of these radio stations, I think about 2 months ago. A very senior lawyer and a PhD holder, is a very popular person. He's my good friend also, but I don't want to call his name on air. I used the word that opportunistic, when I say Philistine carpetbaggers. He never understood what that particular word, Philistine carpetbaggers, meant. He was driving into the studio and was listening to us on the radio. Immediately he got into the studio. As they introduced him, he started attacking me. That why should I use that word Philistine carpetbaggers and relating it to people like the governor, Mary Odili. Are you telling me that Mary Odili, I'm quoting Odili, what he said, are you telling me that Mary Odili is this? Started calling names. I said, I didn't say so. Even the presenter was saying, no, we never said something like that. But he attacked me on air. I said, I have to withdraw the statement. I said, I will not do that because I never offended anybody. They had to replay it. What am I trying to say here is that, you know, when you have, you know, sympathy for some politicians or political people, you do want them to be hurt, whether they are there or not. That was what played out that day. Misunderstanding can create situations of this nature, but we have to be very careful how we use our words because we are on air. You know? So let me answer your question now directly. You see, there's this great musician. His name is Duncan Mighty. He said, before you separate fight, make you separate the quarrel. What caused it? Before you separate fight, make sure so you separate the quarrel. Oh. I'm using our local slang here, oh, you understand? What was Duncan Mighty trying to say? I never knew that he was a philosopher. And at this time, if it were to be in the medieval times, Duncan Mighty would have been like people like Cicero. What he was trying to say is this: the causative effect. What is the reason why this particular thing blew John into this particular level? Because there was an act that was done, as people say, on purpose to capture power and to capture the economy of the state and to capture or create what they call structure, political structure, and not to develop the state. Whatever the people did that orchestrated and choreographed what happened yesterday was not to make River State better in any way. It was people who were ready to capture power. There was a political power struggle, you know, visible or invisible. And that political power struggle was that the present governor has to capture power from the ex or the predecessor governor and now install his puppets and now install his political jobbers, jobmen, and now install his friends. It's normal. I don't have anything against that. But inciting them to use violence to achieve that, that is where I'm against. Let me tell you that the actions of this government or governor was not proper. Opobo Nkoro, quote me. The chairman's tenure, expired. Because he went to pay obeisance, open and close, to some people, they asked him to continue. The name is on the list. The list is out today. They asked him what? To do what? Continue. If these other people had said, oh, Mr. Governor, you are the best in the world, what he would have done, it was okay, you people should continue. Because Okpobo Nkoro, the man went to pay obeisance, and they asked him to continue, even though his tenure has expired. He did not leave office on that day. That was why there was no fight there. So you can see that the purpose for which this was generated was not all inclusive. It was engineered by the hunger, like according to Patom, he said, the hunger for state capture. That is what happened yesterday. Now, let's go to the nitty-gritty of what happened. Why we had this problem yesterday. Under our constitution, Section 7 says the governors, House of Assembly, should ensure a democratically elected and administered local government. Democratically. Now, The second one is this. What is democracy? Election, not the selection. What they did is selection. Election. People are not asking the reason why the particular administration in Rivers State did not conduct elections or bring the timetable for elections through research. What was the reason? Why did they not conduct, elections? Then you can, if you are popular, Mr. Man, if you are popular, I will conduct the election like Plateau State, Kano State, and some other states have done recently. If you are popular, you go there and contest. APC, PDP will go and contest. Then if you feel that you want popularity, go and win it through the ballot box. You didn't do it. You now went to select. You allowed the time to run. Even when this for a clamor, I say, Augusta, please set a timetable, set up the board of research to conduct election in this state. He said, no, deaf ears were paid. His supporters that I met, inclusive of very senior members of the cabinet I met, they said, during the time of Yesu Wiki, is that not how he operated? So is it our time that I just look at the people that we are dealing with and the kind of mentality they have. So because the man did this, means that you veer off that same way and follow the footstep. And you are saying you want to differentiate yourself from that past administration. For me, that is hypocrisy of the highest order. So he didn't conduct the election. He waited to allow the time to flow by. And when the time flew by, he now coming to select instead of elect. That is why this problem started. So if and until and unless governors of states, let me not just particularize Rivers State, until and unless governors of the various states in Nigeria follow what the Constitution recommends to local government by conducting an election when their tenure is about to expire, bring an election, even if it's a chariot, just bring a sec, or whatever they call it, to conduct election, fill the positions with your people. It has happened before in some states. Even in this state, they will say election local government is taking place tomorrow. But the government will fill that place, through the ballot, is people. Nobody will make any mayhem there, as case may be. But you allow the tenure to expire, I not select. The Supreme Court also, in recent decisions, in Oyo State, I think in Osun or whatever state again, said that the caretaker, issue under local government is an aberration. It's unknown to the Constitution. For years, the Supreme Court has echoed this, but the governors of Nigeria, they don't want to listen, especially this particular area that we are in now. I'm just being fair to the government of Rivers State. The governors of Nigeria don't want to listen. But Section 162, the whole of Section 162 that talks about sharing formula, all these things, the governor they adhere constitutionally to that Section 162 because it involves money and getting more money for them. They never quarrel. They don't flout that particular Section 162 because it concerns money and allocation. But Section 7 and Section 8, they flout it, as the case may be. And climbing down on this particular issue, you said, or people said it's popularity. Please, I don't want to make it personal, please.
Yeah, no.
So, people, supporters of the government, when you ask them what happened, they say, people came out. It was a revolution. I say, no. There's a difference between a revolution and incitement. The soldiers take over power, they say it's a revolution, but you have killed people for your own, you want to enthrone yourself, as the case may be. A true revolution is that if you're a soldier man, you take in somebody, you bring the person, and everybody will work together. It's even from incitement. The people that came out today were incited. That was the reason why it took place. A revolution can engulf everybody that is able, including myself. If they see me with a car and they can burn me down and say I'm part of the elites or whatever, all of us hesitate. If a revolution come, a true revolution, we will run away from the state. So it was not a revolution. People are saying that. No. Amechi finally, that's why I respect Amechi. Amechi came out recently and said, he's not going to join Sim or Wiki talking anything about them. He went further to state that the governor should not think that he has popularity. He does not have popularity. Punch newspaper, Amechi was quoted, that he does not have popularity. That those people who are following him are just those who are jobless, and at the same time, those who need, majority of those who are following him are people who are just there because of what they can get. They are not in love with him. That's Amechi, vintage Amechi said that. I might not state it verbatim the way he could have, but I'm just reading meanings to what he said. And that is talking about popularity. That you are not popular. As the case may be. So please, don't take it there. The cost, if we go back and find out why the local government elections were not conducted according to the constitution, then we can now find a solution to what happened yesterday. It's a sad one.
We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we need to go on a break now. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue. Do not go away.
Okay, wait.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth. The oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask, oh?
Because this road where they see so, it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just dey vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light o usai, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, well everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
Now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't call.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. We call you back.
That behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently, make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask o?
Because this road wey you dey see so, e no guarantee safe delivery o.
We just dey vote for government, but we no get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey. Light o usai. The infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, well everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No vex, now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. I will call you back.
That behavior no good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently, make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
I don't get a lot. Boy, they won't booga me small. They say, man, give them bribe. I say, nothing. Okay, now, we'll go block later. You remember that contract we will do that time now? They don't pay.
But first, you see the house rent with the old since. We go first call caretaker, take the money, slap am.
Beg, see, you know, say I get annual levy why they pay for club. Where me and boys they shark beer in our house, I could pay that one. You remember say me and tell you I go buy you motor. I go buy now.
Okay, they pay you money now. We don't they beg caretaker? We they beg landlord, old man, and they agree give us time. Money can't come now. You won't divert time. You said na corruption. Corruption, not in my house and not in my country.
Sure?
Sure.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Kasali, I hope so my car don't ready. I get interview in 30 minutes.
Okay, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the cost more delay.
Which instruction?
Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you no read again.
Which time I make you change meter? Oh, Kasali, why you do like this now? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. Nobody I want send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make it come house, call me do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You the electrician?
Your electrician?
Yes, now.
So you call Kasali electrician, make it come help you adjust your meter, make it for no read again, Abi. So you said you want join people where be say they no want they pay NEPA bill again, Abi. Oga, you know good now. You don't use you don't they behave like tea, all these stiff people.
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from?
Two lights. Fuel gauge. Speedometer.
For what now? You for come out for home my motor. I better identify for me.
Okay. Now don't do something we corrupt. Do something come backfire. Now go come they find how to dodge them.
What you talk?
They greet you.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle o.
Why you ask o?
Because this road wey you dey see so, e no guarantee safe delivery o.
We just dey vote for government, but we no get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light o usai, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption spoil everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No vex, now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira.
Where we are.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The acrimony between the Edo State All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party festered on Tuesday, with the opposition party describing the call for Philip Shaibu's resignation from the PDP as irritating and baseless. Shaibu, a former deputy governor of the state who was impeached on April 8 but remained a member of the PDP, on Sunday in Benin described his party candidate in the September 21 governorship election, Axwe Yodalu, as an outsider. The former deputy governor who lost to Yodalu in the PDP primary election also said that he would be supporting the APC candidate, Senator Monde Obeblo, who he described as a homeboy who needed to govern Edo State. In his response on Monday, the deputy director of the PDP in charge of media, Reverend Olu Martin, called for the resignation of Shaibu from the party. He said that the former deputy governor could not be in the party and be demarcating Yodalu, faulting Shaibu's claim that the PDP candidate is an outsider in the race. Let me start with you, Olivier. What is your take on this?
Well, to me, you can't force someone to support anybody. Politics today is going just going beyond party affiliation and party membership. Why should I support a candidate of my party if I feel the person cannot deliver? Politics and support should be based on your opinion and what you see that a person can do to improve the lot of the society and the people's life improvement generally. So if Philip Shaibu feels that Asue Igodalo, the PDP candidate, to his best knowledge, will not represent the interest of Edo people, he shouldn't be forced because he's a member of the PDP to support a candidate that he doesn't believe on the person's capacity. Though it might be termed anti-party, it might be termed anti-party, but when you say it's anti-party, well, it's okay, but I should follow my conscience than following, because when the consequences come, we will all suffer for it. I was just sharing something with my colleague here offline. It's just as if I've not read this story, but as if I knew. I told him just exactly what has been said here. I told him the reason why I chose in River State to support SIM other than Tonye Cole, why I left, one of the reasons that made me to leave APC to join SIM in PDP was because I saw SIM as a homeboy, as somebody who feels our pulse. He went to the same universities all of us went, RS UST. We know him. He commuted in public transport like all of us. He lived in Diob and played Agaba and all those things, played in the school field like majority of the of Rivers youth who are at places today. So he was a more homeboy than Tonye Cole that we didn't know. So you good. Than I see who came from outside, who had grown most of his life in Lagos and abroad. So it's just like what Philip Shaibu is saying, that Okpobolo is more of a homeboy. It's more of an Edo boy that they know. Igodalo is from Edo, but he has lived all his life, himself and his brothers, the pastor who left the team to open his, so what's that his name again? They are all Igodalo, all of them. They are Lagos people, and even what they call the outgoing governor. Obaseki was also a Lagos boy, so he's bringing another after a Lagos boy, and they said they are suffering because he doesn't feel the pulse of the people. So to me, it goes beyond.
But he's the governor that is literally paying the highest salary right now. So when you say he doesn't feel the pulse of the people, with respect to the people, He's paying 70,000 naira.
70,000 naira salary starting when?
As at yesterday, Zamfara State just started paying 30,000 naira. As against the 7,000 naira minimum
we thank him if he's paying the civil servant 70,000. But how we are talking of general, in terms of general development. So now the man is saying, well, I will advise advise him, like I did, Shaibu, I will advise him if he's no longer comfortable with, because it is not good also to be in a party and supporting candidate of another party. If you are persuaded enough, you know, he could also leave to fully support. He has openly declared support for the APC candidate, so that he wouldn't just be an in-house member destroying the party in the house. When the house is entitled to his opinion.
In-house member destroying the party, you know, Philip Shaibu has a history with the government. Both of them are PDP, you know, and he was also instrumental to bringing the governor to power. And when he wanted to become a governor, he had interest. The governor declined that interest. And long and short of the whole story, everything led to his impeachment. And, you know, there were concerns. Both of them were PDP. Why didn't the party mediate to make sure that, you know, to a large extent,
that they resolve the issues before it escalated to...
For Shoaibu, probably this time around, it might be personal. So when you say, rather than being in the party to destroy the party, don't you think that he's deliberately doing that? But then, what do you have to say about that, Asim? You're from Edo State, and it's personal for you. What is your take?
Well, you see, my take is this. The governor, Gordon Obaseki, himself is not, and he may be a homeboy. Oshomole made him the governor, even though they are saying today that he made himself. I was the legal advisor to the Speaker of the House of Assembly during the time of Oshomole, but later we lost him, Zakamanu Garuba. He died later, you know, though he was in the PDP. He was a PDP speaker, but Oshomole was from the ACN or whatever as they call them. So I knew what happened. Now, when Oshomole set up that economic committee, he made, what's his name, Gordon Obaseki as the head of the economic committee, made one Philip Isede, who is in the US now, the assistant chairman of that committee. That was how we got to know Obaseki. Obaseki, that is the governor of Edo State today, when he's coming to the house, we pass ourselves, we shake hands. You understand? Because he was nobody at that time to us. He was just chairman of the economic committee. My own cousin, who was the speaker, brought me from Lagos to come and work, you know, as his legal advisor. So I was there for a period of a year plus before he was removed by Oshomole, because Oshomole asked us to decamp to ACN so that we have all of us coming from one constituency. Because Oshomole is from Esako West, we are from Esako West, Speaker is from Esako West, and also he said we should come. So he brought Obaseki, brought this people. Then Philip Shaibu was with us. Philip Shaibu was a member of the ACN. He was a member of the House of Assembly before he went to House of Reps. It was Oshomole that came, this same Philip Shaibu, who sat down where in the evenings we sit in the Speaker's Lodge, we'll be sharing things. There's this particular powerhouse, that was it, energy drinks that we normally mix with whiskey, we drink together with, we grew up together, let me use that word. No, at the end of the day, before you knew what was going on, this issue now happened, and they took my brother out. Now, coming to this election, something. Philip Shaibu became popular, just like the way the governor of Rivers State, the situation we have in Rivers State today. Everybody wanted Oshomole out. Not because he was a killer, not because he was they said he was overbearing. And that is why I'm still warning them today. Oshomole is my mentor. I followed him. He's somebody I'm very close to, you understand? But today, I'm still warning APC in Edo State. I said, look, please, Oshomole should not head this campaign, because people still don't like him. Because they said he's overbearing, he's a godfather, and truly Oshomole is like that. So, Philip Shabu became very popular when he aided Obaseki to push out Oshomole. And Philip Shabu, risked his political life and future for Obaseki at that time. Because against the principles and the cultural affinity and brotherliness we had in Edo North. Because Oshomole was like a teen god in Edo North. But Philip Shabu came and broke that myth in Edo North. Even when he was doing that, we, the Edo Northern people, the Afro-Mayans especially, in Edo North, we were still looking at Philip Shabu as a traitor. So we felt very bad. To make things worse, this same Philip Shabu had to go and influence this Michael Eshawo, who was the world leader of Oshomole's ward, where they say he has been expelled. I mean, whatever the word they use, and that was the basis on which Oshomole was now removed as APC chairman of APC chairman. Then Oshomole was so bitter. I remember vividly that period this thing happened. I was not. Amechi used to be my favorite governors at that time, but I was on the other side. Facebook, anywhere I go, I was attacking him because I felt he brought Victor Gandom and the rest of them come and take over, that he was the one that backstabbed, Oshomole together with this. So, all this is not to board. Coming down to what has happened now, Obaseki never wanted Shaibu to be. You know the reason why? Because he found that Shaibu is very popular in Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South. And if he becomes the governor, taking over from Obaseki, that he's going to be able to deal with Obaseki, because Philip has a mind of his own. So that is the reason why Obaseki said no, he will not allow this man, when his eye don't open, to take over government and governance. He knows everything about. That is what happened between Sim and Wike in Rivers State. It's also a similar thing. That he will not allow this man that knows all his secrets for 8 years or whatever to become. He started making this problem. And because Philip Shabu had a mind of his own, he now challenged, because Philip Shabu challenged Oshomole openly, and Obaseki was happy. He said, even if you are my father that brought me to this world, I will disobey you today and nothing will happen. And that was what happened. So he challenged Obaseki too and told him that, Mr. Governor, you can't dictate to me. I will run for that office. The governor said, don't do that. He said, I will run. They started having that quarrel. They now asked Shabu to go and apologize to Obaseki, which he did. But Obaseki now said, no, if this guy can challenge me once, it means that the second time he's going to kill me. That was how I now went for, what's his name, Asper Igodalo. Igodalo is not somebody that is even known. Campaigning that he is doing right now, he went to his that is his own Edo Central. Uromi. He could not even utter a word in his language. What is it like Dale they call it? He could not even utter a word. So people were now asking, what kind of person is this? You know what he told us? He said, yes, he's not the first person that has had this kind of problems. That Ambrose Fororusho Ali, that first executive governor of Dan Bender State in 1979, and he's true to type. Ali did not even know how to utter a word, from his local, whatever his case may be. But he went ahead to win. There was a reason why that happened. But those people are not present today in Edo State to help you. So we told him. So Philip Shabu said, you cannot be here. Because we have one boys, we have this thing. It has happened to all these people from Lagos. Look at Dele Giwa died in 1986. He's from Edo State. People don't know he's from Edo State. Dele Momodu got 1 vote. He ran for presidency one time like that. He got only 1 vote from one north. Only one that was registered for him in his political party. His village, he lost. That is Dele Momodu, the popular you see today. He can't even go to his village. He can't do anything there. Raymond Dokbesi, the owner of this AIT there, contested senatorial because he speaks Yoruba more than the rest. Senatorial that time, Babangida was doing this independent candidacy, you can run, whatever. He thought he would win Senate. That was the time Tinubu became a senator in Nigeria today. He thought he could win Senate. He came to campaign. When he got township public, they stoned him and said, you should get out of this place. They don't know you. He went to again about that. They told him, please get out. Are you from here? He left. That was why I had to go and build those structures and whatever he has today. Same thing for Igodaro. Now, look at what is going to happen now. If Shaibu has told PDP categorically that he's not going to support their candidate, that is anti-party in my own thinking. You know. If you ask him to resign, he will not resign. PDP should open their constitution and do what? Suspend him in accordance with disciplinary, methods they use. A colleague is here. You were once a party hierarchy man. You don't even wait for it. Open your books and do what? Suspend him. You understand the point now? But if you ask him to resign, he will not resign. He wants to do that damage. He wants to be like that green worm or whatever that be inside the cola. To be eating the cola, but he's inside the cola and destroying the cola. So that's what he's doing. Which means he's danger for PDP. Now, if the whole Edo North is colonized and Shaibu is now saying he wants to vote for the APC man, it means that APC has taken over Edo North. It also means that APC will win Edo Central. And though they're going to share it, but because the two of them are from that Edo Central, but APC is going to have an inroad in that place. Then in Edo South also, it's finished because Obaseki has problem with the Obo Benin. He has problem with the Obomudia family. He has problem with the ESL of Benin. He has problem with what's his name? Israel Yamu, Pastor Israel Yamu. You understand? He has problem with the Benin Traditional Council. And so many other things. Chief Kato Benin cannot even talk where he is. Because Obaseki, people like Chief Alex Adori and the rest, Ken Imashagole, PDP, went to Labour Party and all those things. Obede Hama, who is from Edo South too, who ought to have been the person that would have been the governor candidate to the PDP in Edo State because they promised him. When Obaseki defected to PDP in Edo State when we came there to take them out under Godfathers to drive Oshomole out. Ogbede Yama was the leading candidate. So they now told him that, please, just this man just came. He's going to bring the state money to come and help us in PDP. Allow him to do this 4 years. When he's done with these 4 years, that ticket will go to you, Ogbede Yama. That was the agreement they had. Ogbede will become the candidate, while Ken Masagwa will now become the deputy to Ogbede. But what happened? PDP did not do anything again. They gave that ticket to Obaseki's own person. So they now left PDP in droves and went to Labour Party TC's case. So it's going to be a dicey one. And they cannot take off, what's his name, Shaibu just like that, because Shaibu is the denominator right now. And that is why they are worried. They said they should leave there. It's going to be difficult for them.
Right. So moving forward, who do you see having the upper hand or taking the day?
APC.
In Edo State?
Yes.
APC.
APC. I know incumbency power is very strong.
I wanted to ask.
Okay, sorry.
I wanted to ask for giving that question. With respect to power of incumbency, now APC can boast of federal might. PDP, power of incumbency.
Well, the way our democracy is going, the power of incumbency factor is diminishing every day. We can't rule it out entirely, but from what happened in the last elections, the 2023 election and other subsequent elections held in few other states, we can see that the power of incumbency is diminishing. It's not that strong. If somebody like Ralph Aregosala can lose in Osun State and an opposition party take over, then you can imagine how our democracy has evolved. Before now, it wasn't like that. The governor with his power would just sit at a place and write the results. But whether we like it or believe it or not, our democracy, we've not gotten there, but it is evolving. It is improving. That where you can only rig, where you have
influence.
At least a 50-50 or 40-60 advantage. But where you have your position is in overwhelming majority, there is no way you can rig. There is no way you can rig. In this, the way the structure is structured now, the system is now structured. You cannot rig in an area where you are totally unpopular. That is what we have now. So the popular candidate, to some extent, will emerge as the winner. Every other factor may come to play, except the incumbent governor has some reasonable support to be able to carry through, sustain any rigging, if perhaps they are relying on that. But it will be very difficult if the opposition. We are also, even in Edo, we are just thinking that the Labour Party candidate, Akpata, is infinitesimal. We shouldn't just overrule him or just think there may still be surprises. Akpata may also use some surprises. If not winning, it may also be a spoiler for some of the candidates. So let us not just wish him away. He's young, and is the party type, and the youth with their internet know how to connect, and we cannot wish away their factor. So we may also be looking for some surprise pull, even if he's not going to win. He's going to pinch, going to bite hard. That it may affect the general outcome of the elections.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, Barrister Sim, for coming on Open Conversation, thank you, Barrister, for giving.
Thank you for having me here again, and thank you, our viewers out there, for your time.
All right, and this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Open Conversation. You can always follow us and stay connected on all our socials: Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network; Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1; and on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Do not forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Ugu Laurentia Choma. Transition News comes up next. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
You condemn this act and call for immediate